Thank you for joining us today for our plumbing inspection for the property on Benton Street in Edgewater, Colorado. My name's Jimmy, working with Stewart Diagnostics to provide our inspection today. We are currently accessing the main line through the bidirectional cleanout located in the backyard patio. This cleanout will allow full inspection out to our city tap connection as well as inspection to the interior of the property. And getting out to our tap connection in the back alley, as we pull back here, we will see a compromise to this joint. What we're seeing here at about the 10 o'clock and 3 o'clock position is root intrusion coming into the joint. Now, roots coming through a clay-to-clay joint connection are perfectly normal and expected, as they are semi-porous to allow the roots to get through without crushing the pipe trying to get to water. However, if we see a root intrusion through a PVC joint connection, that does mean that the gasket surrounding that joint has compromised and is no longer structurally integral. So we will be recommending a spot repair of this tap connection. At about 50 feet, we appear to have a crack in the side wall of our clay piping. In that crack we can see visibly from about the 2 o'clock position just past the joint, clockwise towards the 6 o'clock position and up to the 9 o'clock position. We do see root intrusion through that crack, indicating the crack is broken completely through the pipe wall. So we will recommend this for repair as well. Throughout the exterior main line, we have seen moderate to heavy root intrusion as several joint connections. And in some areas, those roots do appear to be covering up portions of the pipe wall. Not only does that limit some visibility, but it also prevents full assessment of the piping wall in areas where a crack may be present. As we have already found cracks in this exterior main line, we are going to recommend a cleaning and re-inspection before any work is performed to ensure no cracks are hiding behind any of that intrusion. Stopping for a minute at our joint connection at 46 feet. When we were initially running down the line, it appeared there was some water holding back behind this joint, but coming back through the piping, that water had left the joint connection. So we're thinking it may potentially be leaking. We're going to sit here for another minute now that we run some heavier water and see if that water dissipates through the joint. After watching the joint for a bit, water does not appear to be continuously leaking out of this, and it is holding at this joint, so the joint does still appear to be intact. At about 8 feet at a transition between clay and PVC piping, which would indicate this is a gasketed joint connection. We do appear to have some root intrusion through this joint connection as well. And as discussed when we were looking at that city tap connection, we'll want that repaired as a structural compromise. At about 3 feet, just next to our clean out, we do appear to have a hole in the top of the piping. It's our almost filmy white coloring on top of the next clay section from about the 11 o'clock to the 1 o'clock position. Again, another structural compromise to the piping. I recommend for repair. At about 2 feet in towards the property, we transition from interior to exterior material. The joint connection here is properly aligned, showing good flow from the interior. We were able to get to about 27 feet into the property. At this point, the line has taken too many turns, but interior piping appears to be in good condition, with some minor grading loss throughout small areas where water is pooling, but not anything that should be a major flow restriction.